Number 8, construct arguments. A balloon is 1,300 kilometers above ground. Someone takes the balloon 4/10 kilometers higher. How far above the ground is the balloon now? How do you know your answer is reasonable? So first we need to pull out our information. Can we go ahead and add those together? No. Okay, so what are we going to have to do? Are we going to have to change 4/10 to get a common denominator? What's going to be our new common denominator? 100. So how did I get from 10 to 100? What I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So 40 hundredths plus what? 13 hundredths gets me what? 53 hundredths of a what? Of a kilometer. Now, how do we know that's reasonable? Did it go higher? Yes. Find the sum, number 9. So, what are we going to do? Can I add those together? No, not yet, because I need a common denominator. So I have to get 7/10 to have a denominator with 100. So how did I get from 10 to 100? What I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So that is 70. So 22 hundredths plus 70 hundredths gets me 92 hundredths. Next one, I have 3/10 plus 54 hundredths. Can I go ahead and add those together? No, because I have to have a common denominator. So I'm going to have to change 3/10 to hundredths. How did I get from 10 to 100? What I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. So what is 3 times 10? 30. So 30 hundredths plus 54 hundredths gets me what? 84 hundredths. On your own, number 11, Theo lays 2 boards on the ground. What is the total length of the boards? So what am I going to underline? This is what I'm looking for. What lets me know I'm adding? Because there's what word? Total. So we're going to put that in a box because it's a key word. Okay, so what am I going to do? Can I add those directly together? No, because I need to get 6/10 to what? 100. So how did I get from 10 to 100? Times 10. What I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So what is this? Plus 1200. So what is 60 hundredths plus 1200? 72 hundredths. And what's my label? Meters. Number 12, water accounts for 77 hundredths of the average brain's weight. Protein accounts for 8 hundredths of the weight, and fat accounts for 1/10 of the weight. What part of the weight if an average brain is made up of water and fat? So, do we need all of those numbers? No. We only need the what? The water and the fat. Okay, can I go ahead and add those together? No, because I don't have a what? I don't have a common denominator, so I need to write 1/10 equals something over 100. How did I get from 10 to 100? Times 10. What I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So 1000 plus 77 hundredths. Now, can I add those together? Yes. Yep. What is it? 87 hundredths of a. Oh, it doesn't actually say, does it? So 87 hundredths. Number 13, Olivia needs to empty 3 of the beakers below into a jar that holds 3/4 liter. Circle the 3 beakers that Olivia should empty into a jar. Okay, so first of all, we need to get those out of what? 100, right? For our denominators. But do we also need to get 3/4 that way too, probably? Yeah. Yep. So this is going to be a little different than what we have been doing, but we can get it. So we have 3/4 equals something over over 100. How did I get from 4 to 100? Yep, times what? How many quarters are in a dollar? 4. So times 25. So what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So 3/4 is also equal to what? 7,500. Okay. Now up here, this would become what? Yes. So 4,000. Okay. This up here would become 6,000. Okay. So which ones are we need 3 of those added together, right? Okay. Now which 2 could we probably pretty easily get rid of because they're kind of already full. So if you add just a little bit, is this 5,200 already kind of close to 7,500? Yes. Is the 1,600 kind of already close? Yes. So you wouldn't be able to add too terribly much to those, would you? No. Okay. So what if I added the 15 plus the 40 plus the 11? What would I get then? So let's see, that'd be 55, right? And then what, 66? So would that give me 6,600? Would that still fit in a container that holds 7,500? Yes, because it's a little bit below, right? So we would need the 1,500s, the 4/10ths or the 40/100ths, and then the 11/100ths, correct? Okay, with partners, you guys are going to do 14, 15, and then we'll come back together and check them. Okay, so I have 8/10ths plus 4/100ths. Can I go ahead and add? No, because I need a common denominator, so I need to get 8/10ths with something over 100 instead. So how did I get from 10 to 100? Times 10, what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So 8 times 10 is 80. So 80/100ths plus 4/100ths is, okay, 32/100ths plus 2/10ths. Can I go ahead and add? No, I have to have a common denominator. So what is this need to be out of? 100. So how did I get from 10 to 100? What I do on the bottom, I also need to do on the top. So what is 2 times 10? 20. So 3,200 plus 20/100 is 5,200.